Follow me into the dark, into places where the light no longer protects you, and silence carries a presence of its own. We're not here to imagine, we're here to document, to provoke the unexplained, and confront whatever remains after the living have gone. What you're about to witness may challenge your beliefs, and once we begin, there is no turning back. This is Night Otter Paranormal.
So it's a beautiful night tonight, and I couldn't resist to make use of the wonderful weather. I'm currently on my way back to Rosevear Woods to hopefully gather more evidence that I barely gathered last time. I'll report more when I get closer. I must be out of my mind. So I'm almost there. I'm kind of a little nervous. You never know the feeling or like what's gonna happen back there. Last time nothing happened, but the vibe changed. Like, I know it was already cold that night, but I had chills upon chills entering like the darker part of the woods. So yeah, wish me luck. All right. We are in. I am glad I thought ahead and wore boots. It is very soggy. We're in. So I promised a part 2 from my last video that I had taken on my video camera. I had gotten turned around and wanted to end up at the cemetery, but did not quite get there. So for part 2 here, we are gonna try that. I'm not gonna lie, I did hear a sound a second ago. I think I'm hearing walking. Yeah, there's definitely something walking. I do not like that. I really hope that's an animal. Oh, shit. Whatever that is just went darting across that path. I hope I caught that, but I don't think I did. So that was definitely an animal. Thank God. I was a little terrified. Alright, let's keep pressing on here. Alright, I'm about to fumble in my bag. So that already just put me on the edge. Just grabbing my flashlight here. Alright. Oh, that's so much better. Alright. I'm gonna have to probably fumble between two cameras here to videotape all this. I still gotta figure out how to upload the first video for my memory card, so if anybody has like a plug-in or a device for an SD card, hey, hit me up. I'd love to upload part 1 of my video so you guys can see my first solo investigation in the deep dark woods at night. And I think my first plan of attack is to find that tree spot with all like the sigils and try to do some more EMF or K2 like readings around that area, you know, just to see if anything was conjured. I have to figure out how to navigate this water over here. All the snow has melted and everything is very wet. I already keep getting the sensation of being watched from behind. And maybe that's just my nerves. By the way, if anybody ever wants to come along on an investigation, locally or out of town, hit me up. I would not want to do this alone by myself if I can help it. Man, it's not so bad in the front part here, but when you get deeper into like the middle area of the woods, it really does change that vibe. Kind of dreading that. But I'm determined to give you guys part 2 and make it to the cemetery. Let's see. Guess I'll go on this path. So what I give you tonight may be a Blair Witch episode, so to speak. There's someone back here, something happens, you're gonna see me running, probably crying with my nose. Just a running, hiding in the brush somewhere. Ooh, I hear chattering. I definitely am not alone. But there are houses over that way. I just heard footsteps. Okay. Gonna keep going. I am a little on edge. Okay. I'm just gonna be very mindful of my surroundings. I cross right here. I'm hearing footsteps around me. I'm not even kidding. I'm getting a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie. My nose is already running. I may turn off my phone flash here. There we go. Okay, that's right here. Oh, technically gun cross. I think I'm wearing boots. Alright. I guess I'll go this way. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna quite find that tree spot. I think I had taken the wrong path. But I will try to circle back around. Oh, cool. We can circle back around here. I just heard a man's voice very loudly from on my right side. But there are houses over there. You probably can't see. Yeah, the streetlights. I don't know if you guys can really see my face, but this is very spooky. Every time I take a step, I always hear voices, but when I stop, there ain't really nothing that I hear. Alright. I almost feel compelled to keep going this way. You guys can really see almost the street right there. There's a house. Hopefully, no one really spots my flashlight. I don't really remember this being a path before. This is definitely kind of an incline. Not gonna lie right now, I'm a little unnerved. I'm heading more into the middle of this wooded area in Rosevear, where it definitely changes. That energy definitely shifts into something a lot more creepier. Very squishy ground. I believe it is my last exit point to civilization. My pulse. Whew. I'm really unnerved. Fortunately, last time when I walked through here, it was like fresh fallen snow. No one had ever stepped through it. There were no footprints of any humankind or barely any animal. So that kind of helped a little bit, but tonight is a different scenario. I feel like definitely taking this path. Alright, we're definitely going to try to get to the cemetery. If we can. I think this is the same path I took that last time. Heading back that way. Oh man, I'm scared. Alright. We're pressing on. Alright guys. I've definitely gotten to that area where that mood changes. I mean, thankfully there's still houses just off to my right. So if right now I had to make a speedy exit, I would definitely take it. But God, look at this, you guys. It is dark and it is spooky. Ugh, I keep getting the feeling of being watched and it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. That's a lot of water. Alright. God, it's deep. Alright. So there's definitely been some ATV action or off-road vehicle going on. I don't know, probably during the day, tearing up these paths. going to this, keep going down this trail here. Ugh. It is soggy. Oh, there's a porch right there. We were really close to the homes. But not for long. Oh, there are definitely people on that porch. No doubt they probably saw my flashlight. We are now in the tunnel of the fairy trees. Oh, that's a big old branch. I know exactly where we are. Holy crap, it is mucky. It is muddy. I'm definitely slipping and sliding through this. Man, my boots are gonna be horrible walking home. Ah. Ooh, just slipped. Alright. Alright. I'm making it through, guys. A lot of fallen trees. I guess we'll stick to this path. I don't want to get veered off. Honestly, I'm also really glad that I am filming with my phone tonight so I can actually post a video. Prove to you guys I'm out here actually doing the thing. Alright. Fallen tree. Yeah, a long time ago, now that I think about it, we had a really frightening encounter, all of us kids back then. Probably when I was in early high school. We found a swastika tree and got chased by something unknown that we couldn't see. But yeah, something definitely was chasing us that night. So that's what kind of makes me unsettled, brings me back to that moment, you know. Alright, the tree is just bending, creaking, very creepy. Alright, there's a bunch of potting stuff. Whoa, that looks like it was on a grave. Are we close to the cemetery already? Yeah, this is a lot of planting stuff. I'm making the loud noise. Ooh, I don't like that. I want to be as quiet as I can, but... Alright, good job. Yeah, we have to be close to the cemetery. That's just too coincidental to have all that planning stuff right there. Ow. Holy shit, there's a big old mountain. I think I was up on that big old mound last time and got turned around. I think I have to go up. I think I have to go more this way again. Yeah, this is the exact way we came last time. Alright. That way led to the road over there to my right. There's a little trail here. We'll take it. And that way took to the road. I'll keep going this way. Whoa. I'm literally dedicated to finding that cemetery. Well, it's good to know that civilization is right to my right still. I need to make a speedy exit. I've got something chattering. Some kind of animal over there chattering at me. Probably go away. You're in my territory. There's a trail right here. Whoa. Oh, there's a random branch. Alright. You know, I swear to God, if I run into another person, I'll be frightened, I'm not gonna lie, but if I run into Bigfoot or something, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, guys. We're slowly making our way. I'm definitely not getting turned around this time. We'll go this way and see where we're at. There's a house right over yonder. I want them to see my flashlight. Because technically you're not supposed to be doing this after dark. But we're kind of pushing the limits tonight. Here's a trail. What's this over here? Oh, there's a stand, a deer stand. Well, let's go this way. We're on someone's property, I feel. We're no longer on Rosevear property. There's a deer blind. Nobody's in there. Alright, guys, I'm gonna turn around again. I just cannot locate the cemetery. So I'll continue on going this way. Oh, this is all marshy. Everything is wet. I don't know if you can see that. Everything is wet. Alright. Oh, that just whacked me. Alright, I'll go this way. So I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where we are right now. And I am a little turned around. I know there's a road right behind me here. Huh. Well, we're gonna press on. I'm not trying to get turned around, but I just don't know. Go this way. I'm actually gonna head off this way. I'm gonna try to get by the road. See what road that is if we can. Yeah, we're gonna get all the way turned around. If it's the road I'm thinking, it might be on the same road the cemetery is on. Ow. And we can just walk down the road. Alright, let's see where we are. Big ass tree. Alright. I am definitely in a thicket of trees here. Oh. I don't think there's any easy way out of this. Man. Alright. Holy shit. There's a house just over there. Pretty sure that's a house. Alright, we're getting right close to a house. But man, I'm definitely in the thickest of trees here. Alright. I am ducking, I am shimmying. This is really thick. Alright. Go this way through it. Alright. Trying to get closer to that damn road. Alright, we opened up here. Awesome. Alright, not a bending there. Alright, I think I'm gonna go this way. I'm definitely trying to find this road right now. And it looks like we're going right past that deer blind again. But you know what? At least I know I'm not turned around. We're kind of sticking to our spot here. Trying to find this damn cemetery. And later I might come in and edit this video and fast forward it and find this damn cemetery. I'm just curious. Is there anybody here? Oh. There's nobody in there. Alright. Definitely gonna have to enter on someone's property to try to get out of here. My stomach definitely started to cramp up here, which is really weird. I think I was fine, and then all of a sudden... Alright, I'm gonna turn my flashlight off for a minute, guys. Alright, it's gonna be dark for a minute. I apologize. This definitely leads right up to someone's backyard. The road is right there, too. I'll kind of trail off a little bit. Watch that off now. I just don't want that house to see my flashlight and get spooked. So I'm gonna come over here a ways. I don't want them to think I'm stalking them. So whoever lives in that house, I apologize. I almost just hit my head on a tree branch. Alright, we're gonna head back this way towards that road. Alright, coming back this way for a second. I definitely want to try to find this road to see whereabouts we are. This way. Man, my stomach is really cramping, and it's kind of making it uncomfortable. I think there are a lot of houses over here. I'm gonna have to definitely come back during the day someday. Try to map it out in my head better so I don't have to keep getting turned around. I know this path goes to another house, but let's go this way. Oh, with all these ATV, or it's a truck. This is more of a vehicle going through here. I just got a whiff of an odor. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I just smelled like a wet, stinky dog smell. And that's a little alarming. Knowing what smells like a wet dog. Alright, I just don't want to say it out loud. That was definitely a pungent smell that hit me out of nowhere. Oh, great. Dead end. Can I get around? Seeing if we can get turned around. It's a lot of roots. A lot of chopped roots and trees. Where are we? I have no idea where we are right now. Whoa. Oh, this is very wet. Ooh. Alright. We are in a pile of leaves. Let's see. I'm trying to get out of people's backyards. There are literally houses just lined up over here to my left. I'm trying not to be in anybody's backyard. Alright, so I will face the truth. I don't know how to get to the cemetery from here. But we are going to get there one way or another, so we're definitely headed towards civilization. Get out of these woods really quick. And we'll find our way there. Because I definitely feel like getting an EVP session in. Oh my god, we found the cemetery. I will be damned, you guys. But I just heard a branch break over there. Oh. There's a man in a truck. Uh-oh, he stopped. I cannot believe I just by dumb luck stumbled into the cemetery, you guys. Alright. Alright, we're gonna leave my flashlight off for a minute while that guy totally stopped and saw me. I didn't realize there was a car coming behind me. Alright, I don't think we're gonna be able to get, quite an event. So, I will duck here by the woods. And we'll do a quick EVP if I can. Let's see. I don't want to stray too far from the woods. Alright. So right here might be a good time to whip out the K2 meter, my voice recorder. Alright, I'm sitting you guys down for a minute. I know it's a little dark. I'm getting into my kit really quick. I'm trying to be mindful of my surroundings just in case. Oh, there's some bright lights right there. Alright, it looks like they're going. Oh, I had to get up and run. Alright. Trying to hurry up and get this out here. Looks like I'm taking too much time. Alright. Pop that open really quick. Alright. Q2 meter is on. Alright, is there anybody here? I'm gonna turn my voice recorder on. Alright, we are at the Oak Hill Cemetery in Owasso. Or should I say just me? I am at the cemetery. Stumbled upon the cemetery by complete dumb luck. But we're gonna do a quick EVP session. Alright, let's set my recorder down. Alright, is there anybody here with us? Zipping up my bag really quick. Put that in my pocket. there anybody here that wants to communicate? I'm gonna put my phone down for just a second, you guys. There, I can see the meter there. I'm just gonna zip up my bag really quick. Get it in my bag just in case we have to make a speedy getaway. If there's anybody here, you can make yourself known and make this meter change. Make the light change. What's your name? Do you know what year you died? I'm gonna stop my recording really quick. Trying to stop this. There we go. Alright, put that in my pocket really quick. Oh shit, someone's coming. Alright, we're gonna change spots. I don't want to turn my flashlight on. I do kind of want to make my way through the cemetery because I don't want to go through those woods alone again. I feel a little bit more at ease in here. Alright. And there's where I should have came out. You can't see it. Alright, here. We're making our way down this little road. I wish I could turn my flashlight on, you guys. But I'm really hesitant. Oh, more butt. Well, I guess the good news is if I do get caught by some police, I had business cards to prove what I'm doing, even though that does not justify. By the way, kids, do not break the law if you're trying to paranormal investigate. I know what I'm doing is frowned upon, but what else are you going to do in a small town with nothing to do? Usually I'm going to call, obviously. Call places and ask proper questions. Alright, there's a house right there. I guess I did not know a house existed right there. So it's trying to be as quiet as possible. Alright, we're gonna cut. Whoa. Very, very wet here too. Try to find my way to the pond, like the middle of the cemetery. And then I can do another EVP session. Oh shit, there's a headlight coming. A car. Oh man. Alright guys. Thought that was the place for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. Can't see there they went. Alright. Oh, they went around. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, we're gonna truck it here. Try and get to that spot. I don't want to be so close to the road. We found our way to the mausoleums. I'm gonna come up here for a second. Man, it's too dark, but I'm standing at the front gate of a mausoleum. Oh, my stomach's cramping back up again. Alright. Trying to find that pond. I can see Baker College just over there in the distance. I'm gonna pause this, you guys. For now, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I have found where I want to be. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Get everything out. Ready. All right. K2 meter is on. Is there anything here that would like to communicate? Or I should say anyone that would like to communicate? I'm getting my recorder out here. Alright, we're getting my recorder going. Alright. We are still in Oak Hill Cemetery. And I'm doing another EVP session, sitting here in the gazebo by the pond. I'm gonna set my recorder down. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate? Make this green light change, or speak into my recorder. What's your name? What did you do in your past life? I'm hearing talk. If you want to chat with me, now is your time. Alright, I'm gonna end my recording. Alright, turning this off. Alright, nothing is hitting over here, so I'm gonna turn my meter off. Alright. Just gonna sit here a minute. I'll let these cars go by and then I'm probably gonna exit here. Alright, get up and we're gonna go walk through here. See if I caught anything on that EVP on that recording. But who knows? Ugh, it's so mucky. Again, you guys, I apologize that you can't see anything right now. It's really not a wise idea to be using a flashlight walking around. And if this was on my video camera, I'd have IR, but right now I have no way to upload that. Oh, you can see the pond. And Baker College just beyond there. You know what they say? When it's a beautiful night, why not walk through the cemetery? Alright guys, I'm trying to find the other road so I'm not as close to the road. The main road. It's a really cool cross right there. It's pretty cool. Whatever grave that is, I like that. It's a nice little nightlight. I'll probably end up going by my grandma's grave. That way I know which way to go. Maybe do a quick K2 reading here. Oh. Hope I got that on my recording because it flared a little. Nothing. You know, as old as this cemetery really is, I don't ever really get bad vibes coming from here. Nothing is really flaring on the K2. Oh! Is there somebody here with me? Definitely flared. Nothing really much. I'm gonna shut this off again. Alright, let's try to get out of here without really being spotted. Yeah, we're just about out of here. Unfortunately, I don't know if I caught anything. Nothing made the K2 really flare. We'll see about those recordings. I guess the other really weird thing that happened, you guys, was that really pungent odor for a second. For a second, it almost sounded like something was walking along beside me. Weird. Alright, let's see if we can duck out of here. Alright, you guys. The exit is in sight. We made it, dude. Alright. That car totally saw me. Totally saw me walking out. Alright guys, thanks for tagging along and following me into the dark tonight. We did get completely lost. That's no joke, and turned around, but by stupid luck we stumbled onto the cemetery. Although really nothing creepy happened, but definitely worth the investigation. Alright guys, until next time, catch you later. Hey guys. So I've been home for a little over probably a half hour now and wanted to touch base on something I kind of find a little odd, to be honest. During that walk in the woods, or investigation, whatever you want to call it, you can hear it also as I explain it as it's happening or talk about it. But my stomach was absolutely hurting, cramping up on me. It was terrible, but I fought through it, obviously. But yeah, I've been home now and chillaxing ever since I've got out of those woods. I feel fine. My stomach isn't cramping anymore. Feels just like normal. So, kind of want to touch base on that. Alright guys, until next time, thanks for following me into the dark. See you later.